All right. Oh, I can't put that up there. He's not here. No, that's Lee. Look at that. We got your name and lights now.
I'm
Welcome back,
famous.
everybody. Right? We're going to make you famous. Jay Peckham just thinks he's famous. Ow, stab. Boy, we're having fun picking on Jay Peckham. Boy, we're having fun here at the Sarnia Sting tonight, of course, as they lead now 2-0 against the Windsor Spitfires. And I got to tell you, Lee, I was sitting upstairs in the media box, and I was talking to the young gentleman beside me, and I said, in about the first 30 seconds of this game, I was like, oh, boy, here we go. You can really feel that the Sarnia Sting are ready to play, and you kind of mentioned, we need to be a little aggressive, and they came out the gate like that, I think.
Most definitely. It was unexpected for sure. It's like it's a whole new team right now. It's
Right.
it's like they can feel the big crowd. They want to perform for Sarnia. They want to make Benny proud, who's back in the building tonight. So
Yeah, right.
It's a great team showing up tonight.
Well, and let's show here. Let's get rid of this here, and if you can see with our camera down the lineup here of folks that are here to meet Ben Gaudreau, and I'm not sure anybody's going to be watching the second period because they're going all the way around the concourse here to meet Ben Gaudreau, of course, part of the Team Canada, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if winning the gold has anything to do with the excitement in the arena here tonight.
I would imagine so. Yeah. I mean, like it's always a big moment. The World Juniors is huge for
Right.
every hockey fan from coast to coast. But when Canada brings home the gold, I mean, there's always something special about that.
Yeah.
There's no feeling like the gold Canada gold.
Yeah, right. Nice to see Alan Letang behind the bench already. I mean, I know he was home this morning. He took a red eye back
wow.
to get here, to be here for tonight's game. Boy, that shows a lot of commitment for sure. We talked before about, you kind of mentioned, like, we need to see some aggression, but let's, not do the stupid things. We've got to do the right ones. And Hoover comes out. And you were kind of right in the right spot for that one. Take us through how you saw that progress into the fight.
Oh, right off the face-off, there was you could see them jawing at each other, and then he just gives him a little smack to the shin with his stick, and right from that moment, those two guys didn't care about anything else on the ice except getting their hands on each other. The gloves came off. I was in a great spot for it, and they just happened to shift their way half the way down the rink away from me. But they both came out swinging hard, and I got to give that one to Hoover. That was
Yeah, I got to give it to him too. I think I see a lot from above looking down in the penalty box, and the other guy was definitely he was bloody.
yeah. Hoover was
he
definitely
was
landing
spitting it out.
more, and he was as he's skating away from the fight. Hoover himself went to the crowd and just give himself a round of
he
applause
did.
on that one.
He
That was
did.
nice to see.
And I'll give him that one. He definitely earned that for sure. Does that set the tone now for what we're going to see in the second period? Because we saw two very quick goals. A Porter Martone come out. What a beautiful goal that was.
Absolutely, yeah. Like both of their goals were really good. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't their usual kind of like right place, right time, just put one behind the goal. Like both of them were set up beautifully. They made the play happen, like all the way in from the blue line.
Yeah.
It was planned execution right from the blue line into the puck in the net. It was
Yeah.
great.
It seems to be a lot of structure out there tonight. That's something Jay and I have often talked about. Is this team was kind of when they're not playing right and they're losing. I mean, they had a hard time against London, right, which were capable of beating that team. The structure just wasn't there, and the formation, and that seems to be back there tonight.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Like the entire period from like opening puck drop to the final buzzer there at the end of the period, they knew what they were doing every moment of every play out there, and the offense is coming together great, and the setups for the plays, like even the ones that aren't working out, you can see that they've got a plan in mind for each time that they cross that blue line.
Yeah, and they're getting in the way of the puck. When I've seen a lot of passing from the Sarnia Sting that was kind of short, kind of chippy, and the other team, we seem to be really predictable a lot to the other teams as well.
I think so.
And tonight, that predictability doesn't seem to be there, and we're getting in the way of their passes and picking up the puck. We've seen that happen a lot here.
Most definitely, yeah. I think Windsor doesn't know what to do. I think they had a game plan in mind. They knew what to expect from Sarnia.
Yeah.
And the Sting's just shutting them down, just being very unpredictable. And Windsor just seems to be just chickens with their heads cut off. They don't know what to do.
I think they're kind of wondering what happened out there
Yeah.
as well. You could feel that for sure. And, the other thing I noticed is the leadership that's out there on the ice tonight. I mean, boy, we really – struggled with a lot of hurt on this team. That's an understatement, really, from what we've seen. We've had really strong players that were in, and then they were out, and I've never seen anything so back and forth. The pendulum just kept swinging back and forth with that. So we've got everybody out there tonight, I think, and we just don't want to get hurt now.
No, exactly. And I knew that we were kind of plagued by injuries at the beginning of the season, but I didn't give it too much thought until somebody had mentioned something. I think it was the first game in December that we played.
Yeah.
Like, it was our first game that we had played with a full roster without somebody off being hurt. And I was like, has there really been injuries that, I knew it was bad, but that's been pretty bad for this team right from the start. It's like, I think the first game of the season we had a full roster, and that was the last one until into December.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we go back into the locker room, or at least I should say Windsor does, and the Sarnia Sting do, to be a fly on the wall. In either of those locker rooms, there's always a conversation when you come off the ice and go, okay, so right now the Sting, we're winning, we got it. Do we need to just keep doing what we're doing, or is there anything there that we need to go, okay, we still need to tweak on that a little bit? Or and did you like the pace of the game there?
I really liked it. Like, we were talking about it before as well, about their defense and how it needs work.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the defensive game they're playing tonight. It's amazing. Like, they're shutting them down great. Nick's getting in front of the puck. Like, there was a couple of times there where I was worried. It's like, wow, they actually got that. I've never sat there and thought, wow, they actually got through the defense. But tonight it happened a couple of times. And Nick was on point with both of them. A couple of good pad saves that I thought were going to be for sure goals. I think the only thing they got to think of is, as well as they're doing, they just have to remember that Windsor's going to realize they're going to come up with some kind of a game plan. Their coach is going to be talking to them in the locker room. They're going to be saying, this isn't what we were expecting. This is the cards we've been dealt. This is what we're going to do. I think just keep up the pressure, keep going like they are, but just know that Windsor is going to come out probably with some adjustments made, and it is going to be a different team for Windsor in the second period. And just Sarnia, as long as they keep the aggression up and they keep the defense going like they have been, shouldn't be a problem.
And keep your head up, too, I mean, so to speak, literally and figuratively, because I think Windsor's going to come out and go, like we saw some of that aggression in the first period, and Windsor likes to do that. They like to poke that bear, you know, and Sarnia Sting hasn't always been great, I think, at receiving and being that bear that gets, but we don't always react really well, and we I think let the other teams get under our skin or into our heads sometimes. Did you sort of see that? Do you think Windsor's going to try to be even more aggressive? Because that's kind of their style sometimes.
I mean, honestly, if they were smart, they would do that. But Sarnia just seems like a more disciplined team tonight than we've seen all season long. Like, even if they try to do that, I don't know that that's going to be a successful strategy for them, because I really like the Sting team that we're seeing tonight.
But somebody's saying hello to you. Come on, bring him in here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. How old is he?
He's 6.
Oh, 6. Your boy, so he's all over the place.
All over the place.
Squirrel.
Exactly.
Well, I want to just show everybody here before we wrap up, once again, if I can, self-producing here. There's the lineup once again, all the way down to go see Canada team player Ben Gaudreau, who is here, but obviously not playing. And, boy, I wonder how they're going to get through all these people in the next 7 minutes to get back to watching some exciting hockey that we're seeing here tonight.
Not going to happen.
It's
This is just a fraction of the lineup. It goes as far as we can see down here. It's going farther
all
and
the way around. I can see them over at the north door there. That's amazing. Well, why not, right? And a great way to celebrate. Well, it seems like the Sarnia Sting are on track, especially with those shots on goal. Let's talk about that for a moment. 17 for us and 8 for them. I mean, that just goes back to you were saying a moment ago, like they've been shooting the puck. They're right there. Shoot it. Boy, there was a couple of times, though, that a couple of missed opportunities, I got to say. I forget who it was. Goes to shoot the puck and then just completely missed it. It was right there, and everybody, But
when they're playing the type of game they're playing tonight, we can forgive a few missed opportunities.
Right.
When we see Sarnia Sting come out and get 8 shots or 17 shots for the entire game, those kind of opportunities, you got to capitalize on every single one of them.
Yeah.
But on a night like tonight where they're doing so well and those opportunities are presenting themselves, and they're taking advantage of them almost every time. Whether the result is a goal or not, they are taking advantage of those. They're making it happen. So if little slip-ups happen from time to time,
that's forgivable.
That's definitely forgivable.
Well, the Sarnia Sting definitely brought the game here tonight to Windsor, and I think that's part of the Sarnia Sting strategy too. Is we've often, I felt like when we were losing, even against London recently, we were kind of letting them bring the game to us. We were kind of waiting. I don't know if we were afraid a little bit of what it was, but obviously they're doing things right here tonight, and we'll be back again, of course, at the end of the second period, hopefully with more positive things to report. Don't forget, we'll be doing the Sarnia Sting post-game press conference in the restaurant here, so that'll be live on the Sarnia Sting page as well as here again. And I'm not sure who we're going to see, but I don't know if it'll be somebody from the Sting, or who knows, we might see Ben Gaudreau or Alan Letang, or who knows what's happening out there, but it's always interesting, so make sure you tune in for that. And Lee, once again, thanks so much for joining me here. We'll look forward to seeing you.
Thanks for having me.
I am here live from the concourse. I'm David Burrows with the Sarnia Sting, and this is my friend Lee Bazeley.